Hello and welcome to Warp Zone, where we drop the because we're too hip, bro. My name's Alize.
Yo, it's your boy Jackie. Remember, before you head into the house, make sure there's aren't any alligators lurking around.
We don't have alligators in South Africa. We have real creatures like crocodiles. They're bigger, they're better. But thank you for joining us, everyone, anyone. As always, we will be talking about some entertainment news, celebrity gossip, gaming, upcoming events, which I promise you is not much this week. Jackie, what do we have in store?
Let's start with small talk then. This week we're gonna talk about Halloween. Halloween is coming. Are you excited?
No, we don't celebrate Halloween in Southern Africa.
Damn it, why is that?
I don't know, it's demon shit or something.
It's a culture thing, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's all the supernatural stuff for nothing. It's not from around here. We see it on TV, and that's what we know of it. You know, it didn't stem from any culture here.
It's kind of a fun fact. There's a TV show called Lucifer. And I remember they tried to air in South Africa, but a lot of people complain about that show. I don't know what's the end result if they air or not, but I remember there's a lot of complaint even before the show come to South Africa and they try to stop it. Why is that?
Because of Satan. No, but they did air. It aired on MTV for a little while, like I think the first 2 seasons. I think it stopped around when Lucifer stopped bullets or something, showing his wings and all that. So maybe season 2 or season 3.
As you said, some local religious group, they kind of get offended by the idea to promote devil, and they complain to the local television station and make them take off the show entirely after, in the middle of the second season, I believe. So tell me why South Africa is so superstitious about this kind of thing.
It's kind of known in South Africa, the religious groups are always like against things that are easily considered satanic, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lady Gaga. If they don't like it, if they can find ways to question it religiously, they probably will.
That, I guess that's affected the Halloween season quite a bit in South Africa, isn't it?
No, nobody really dresses up. If people dress up, it's like, I don't know, they're into cosplay, or it's their birthday, or they're that person that really goes out with their outfits to look good, but it's not going to be a costume party.
But let's be honest, when it's costume party, normally people dress up like a slutty nurse or birthday suit.
Wow, that is what we see on TV. That's the general idea that we're getting from it.
That's what we see on swing party. Halloween is just a big swing party.
So have you been to many Halloween parties? Did you have it in China or only when you went to other places?
Well, in Hong Kong, we do. There's a street food bar called Lan Kwai Fong. During the Halloween, because of a lot of people attending the Halloween events, it created some chaos and there were people actually died during that time.
What?
So yeah, it's quite crazy. Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
This is why we're never gonna have it here in South Africa, because the story like, oh, people die at Halloween. People already don't like horror movies, you know? It's mostly young people watching them. Older people don't really like horror movies.
You know our friend Sichaba, right? When we set up a Pokemon Unite group, when we start playing together, I remember he cannot use the microphone on Discord at all. He can only play the game with us, but he cannot talk on Discord. And I just like, why he cannot do that? Because, you know, it's better if we talk and play at the same time. It's more fun that way, and you can communicate to each other's. And then later on, I found out the reason Sichaba couldn't talk on Discord or talk to us is because his mom believed if you talk to strangers, it's a chance you invite a demon come into your house.
As superstitions, it's like when we were growing up, if you come in, if you come home past midnight, you have to walk inside backwards.
What?
So that like demons don't follow you in or whatever.
Oh my God, I cannot imagine how many demons I invited to my home. Jesus, a market of demons is in my house. So, what horror movie do you like?
I started like kind of young because my mom didn't want to watch horror movies alone. So
Oh, so you watch with her.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Nightmare on Elm Street, the Halloweens. I think the worst one for me was Chucky. But my favorite scary movie, I really liked like Hereditary. It's a really good scary movie. It's not like your typical scary movie. It feels like more creepy than anything else. There's like a family, the grandmother dies, and maybe the grandmother was a witch or something. So now this family is haunted and creepy stuff starts happening,
Oh.
and shit just gets darker and darker.
I tell you what I like. I like Scream. Kind of like a classic scary movie for me. I don't know if it's considered a scary movie, but Final Destination is one of those classics as well. The second favorite scary movie is The Conjuring.
Oh yeah, The Conjuring is a good one.
The Conjuring series have different movies combined, like The Nun. The Nun for me is not that great. The first movie is not that great for me.
Annabelle.
Oh, Annabelle.
So yeah, have there been any like movies that scared you that weren't supposed to be scary?
Oh, yeah, I have a list. Freaky Friday is scary. Imagine you and your mom exchange body, right? Imagine you see your mom's body every single day. Oh my God. The next one is Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is kind of a horror. It's like a amusement park gone wrong, but this time they're dinosaurs.
I think the most scary scenes for me is the kid hiding in the kitchen, the dinosaurs looking for them. In real life, if that happened to me, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I think that the terrifying thing is this motherfucker is looking for you. It's not just leaving you alone and being a wild animal. No, it's actively waiting and thinking and being like, where is this motherfucking child?
It's not
Correct.
talk about like dinosaur, but if you think about if there's a mouse looking for me like that, I'd be scared already.
Oh wow.
Mouse cockroaches is what I'm scared of.
Yeah, maybe that would terrify the fuck out of me. I'd kill the mouse, but it is what it is.
That's kind of lead to my next one, which is, the MGM studio as a lion that raw. That lion scared me big time. Every single time when I go watch a movie and see that lion raw, it scared the hell out of me. I think they cut off for a little bit, but recently they brought that lion back, and I really didn't enjoy it at all.
Wow, you don't like it?
Lion for me is kind of scary because they can kill you. And that lion roar in front of me with the sound and everything so noisy. It's scary though. It's scary.
Oh wow.
The other movie is Detective Pokemon. And remember the scenes there when the smoke come out and then the smoke affects the Pokemon and make them go crazy, that scenes? And then all the monkeys, all the Apom were kind of going crazy and running out in the city and destroy stuff and make a mess. That monkey scared me.
I remember that monkey. I think the scariest thing for me in that Detective Pikachu movie was the Mr. Mime. That motherfucker looks seriously creepy.
I'm actually scared of mine as well. Terminator. I think it's the first one when Arnold Schwarzenegger took out his eyes in the movie. I remember I watched it in movie theater with my parents, and I was so young at that time. When that scenes come out, I literally closed my eyes. I couldn't even watch the scenes.
Jeez. Yeah, Terminator was good. I like the second one.
Ghostbuster, the old Ghostbuster, at the beginning of the scenes, I think it's the first one. They went to the library and looked for the ghost, and they saw a lady. That lady suddenly gone crazy and turned to, weird. That part is the scariest for me in the whole movie.
Wow, Jackie. Do you know the movie Poltergeist? That movie, much like Ghostbusters, where the demon in the fridge made me afraid of fridges and eggs, made me afraid of the telephone, made me afraid of the TV. Oh my God.
Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West. That woman scared me. I remember that scenes when she was riding a bicycle in the hurricane and then she just laughed so loudly. That part for me is scary because I hate loud noise at that time.
Oh wow. The flying monkey scared the fuck out of me. Those things, what the fuck's a flying monkey?
Yeah, so Wizard of Oz is a scary movie. Variety give out the top 10 best horror movie of all time. So if anyone listen to it and interested for the Halloween event, you can choose this following 10 movies. The top 10 one is Carrie from 1976, Salo or the 120 Days of Sodom. I don't think I even heard of this movie. Number 8 is Frankenstein from 1931. Number 7 is Audition, which I also have no idea what it is. Number 6 is Night of the Living Dead from 1968. Number 5 is Rosemary's Baby, 1968. Number 4 is Jaws. Jaws is one of the movies that I think affected everyone the most, that scared the shit of everyone, don't want to go swimming on the beach. That's the one. Number 3 is Psycho. Number 2 is The Exorcist. And number 1 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974.
Halloween, horror movies, what a world. Jackie, why don't you hit us with some celebrity gossip, big boy?
This week is quite interesting. We have gossip and I want to talk about some new product. McDonald's bring you Friends 30th anniversary collection figures. If you're in spring, you're in luck. When you purchase the adult Happy Meal, you will get a limited edition Friends collectibles figure, and there's a 6 in total. This is McDonald's and Warner Brothers collaboration to celebrate Friends' 30th anniversary. With the adult Happy Meal, you can choose between a Big Mac, a Quarter Pounder, a CBO, which is cheddar, bacon, and onion, a McRoyal Deluxe, or a McChicken. This meal also comes with fries and a drink. This adult Happy Meal costs €9.50 and approximately about $10.41 US. The second product I want to tell you guys is you can now pre-order a new Fallout soundtrack vinyl from Amazon. This vinyl features 2 versions, both containing smoothing sounds inspired by the series. It includes 12 classic hits from the 30s, 40s, and 60s, featuring artists like The Ink Spots, Perry Como, Ella Fitzgerald, and more. Pre-orders are available now with an estimated release date in December 2024, and the price is $20.98 before shipping. Last product is Tom Holland announces his own non-alcoholic beer called Biro. He has been staying sober since 2022, and since starting this journey, he feels like his mental and physical health has improved, from better sleep to having more focus on the set. Launching his own beer is part of his alcohol-free movement. Other celebrities such as Blake Lively and Katy Perry has also launched similar beverages product. Biro is scheduled to debut on October 16th. This brand will feature 3 distinct beers, each described as equally familiar but completely new. Gossip and entertainment news. I want to talk about Piers Morgan. He issues a public apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce. On October 3rd, Piers Morgan invited Jaguar Wright on his show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, to discuss the sexual allegation against P. Diddy. During the interview, Jaguar claimed that Jay-Z is implicated in crimes connected to Diddy. She also called Jay-Z and Beyonce a nasty little couple who allegedly keep people against their will and put them on planes while they are unconscious. Less than a week after the episode aired, Jay-Z filed a legal request demanding Piers Morgan removes Jaguar's statements, and so he did. On October 8th, Piers Morgan made a public apology. He explained that the allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during the interview are unexpected. He also said Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyer contacted the show, stating that the claims were completely false and had no basis in fact. Following this event, Piers Morgan confirmed that he would comply with the legal request to remove Jaguar's statement from the original interview entirely. Piers Morgan isn't the only person in entertainment issuing an apology. This week, Anne Hathaway issued a private apology to a reporter. A Norwegian entertainment journalist, Steve Flaw, is popular for posting behind-the-scenes celebrity interview on her YouTube channel. She often shares her experience discussing who's nice and who's not. Recently, An interview from 2012 promoting Les Miserables with Anne Hathaway resurfaced. During that interview, Justine Flo pitched a playful idea. She asked the cast to sing their answers to one of her questions. Hugh Jackman, Andy Redmayne, and even Russell Crowe all went along with the request. However, when it was Anne Hathaway's turn, she responded bluntly, saying she wouldn't do that, but that Justine was more than welcome to sing. After that, Anne Hathaway gave brief yes or no answer for the rest of the interview. So, fast forward to October 9th. Justine posted a YouTube video explaining that Anne Hathaway's publicist had recently reached out to her. In the video, Justine shared that Anne sent her a long email explaining what she was going through at the time of the interview, and she apologized for giving such a poor interview. Justine says she was deeply touched by Anne's message. She admitted she never expected Anne to see the video, and receiving that email from her feels so incredibly grateful. Although she didn't reveal the content of the email as it was a personal note, she confessed it almost made her cry. At the end of the message, Anne invited Justine to interview her for her next major film release in 2025. As we know, Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton have been hitting the southern stage, and a lot of celebrity has stepped up donating their time, visibility, and money in hopes for making a difference. Actor Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have donated $1 million to Feeding America Disaster Relief Fund to help food banks and basic necessities such as water, ready-to-eat food, and supplies to affected communities. Tom Brady partnered with the delivery company called GoPuff to donate $100,000 to help deliver essentials like food, water, and first aid to Florida in needs. The richest female musician, Taylor Swift, donated $5 million to the relief effort for Milton and Helene through the nonprofit organization called Feeding America as well. Dolly Parton donated $1 million to Hurricane Helene disaster recovery, plus her business, including Dollywood Theme Park, would donate another $1 million to the Mountain Ways Foundation. Country singer Morgan Wallen donated $500,000 through his foundation to the American Red Cross, and Metallica, through his nonprofit, the All Within My Hands Foundation, would donate $50,000 each to the World Central Kitchen. So some celebrity are stepping up, and I think a lot of people also donated a lot of money to the charity to help the disaster as well.
No, hurricanes are horrible, man. Jesus Christ, that shit looks crazy.
Lastly, we sadly say goodbye to Doc Harris, who was the English narrator for the Dragon Ball Z series. He passed away at the age of 76. And that's my entertainment and gossip for the week.
That's horrible.
Next is Newcomers Corners, and Alice is gonna tell you the gist about the games.
Call the Call of Duty bros, because Call of Duty Black Ops 6 got a new launch trailer. It's coming out this month on console, PC, and Game Pass, so look forward to that. Microsoft also announces the Indiana Jones themed Xbox Series X controller. Once again, it's only available through sweepstakes, so it's going to be one of those limited edition type things. And Tetris Forever has announced a game list, and this game list is quite insane. If you don't know Tetris Forever, it's a collection of games that some of them were games that were only in Japan, so they're making their debut here, well, everywhere. The games are going to include Tetris, Hatris, Super Tetris, Tetris Battle Gaiden, Bombless, Super Bombless. Gonna be a lot of exclusive, very old school classic games coming to this Tetris Forever games. To finish up from gaming side on the newcomers, there is Faith the Unholy Trinity. There was a new Switch launch trailer that you can check out.
Okay, then I'm gonna bring you the TV and movie honors. Remember when we talked about the HBO high-profile series based on the Green Lantern DC Comics? We mentioned that Kyle Chandler got the role of Hal Jordan. On October 9th, we officially received confirmation that Aaron Pierre from Rebel Ridge has been cast as John Stewart to star in Lanterns. This Lantern series is an 8-episode production by HBO in association with Warner Brothers Television and DC Studios. It would be a mystery crime investigating story. The new Karate Kid film has landed an official title. While we're going through the last season of Netflix series Cobra Kai, we're also welcoming a new Karate Kid movie. It is titled Karate Kid Legends. We expect to have a panel on Friday, October 18th at New York Comic Con, where they will provide more information about this film. Ralph Macchio will reprise his roles as Daniel LaRusso, and Jackie Chan will also be joining the film as Mr. Hank. He previously starred in the Karate Kid remake alongside with Jaden Smith. Ben Wong, Joshua Jackson, Zado Stanley, and Minnan Wen will also appear in the new movie. Karate Kid Legend is set to release on May 30th, 2025. A live-action Voltron movie is in production.
What? No offense.
I think maybe it's kind of like Power Rangers movie. We don't know the plot of the movie yet, but what we do know is that Amazon MGM Studio is producing it, and Harry Cavill will also be part of the cast. Voltron is based on the Japanese sci-fi series that aired in the mid-1980s, and they are set to begin shooting this movie this fall in Australia. One of my favorite comedy series, The Big Bang Theory, has another spin-off. HBO Max is producing this spin-off, which has been in development since April 2023. On October 10th, we learned that 3 cast members from the original series will return to reprise their roles. They are Brian Posey, Lauren Lapkus, and Kevin Sussman. Kevin Sussman plays Stuart Bloom in The Big Bang Theory, where he owned a comic book store that all the guys regularly visit to pick up comics. Brian Posey was Bert Kepler in the original series. Bert was a professor of geology at Caltech. Lauren Lapkus portrayed Denise. She was the assistant manager at Stewart's comic book store. Denise and Stewart started dating in the final season as well. As mentioned before, this show is still in development and has not been greenlit yet. Chuck Lorre will serve as the executive producer for this new spin-off. The Big Bang Theory also has a prequel called Young Sheldon. And from Young Sheldon, there's a spin-off title called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, which will be coming soon on CBS.
So the stuff has a spin-off, so they're gonna make another spin-off of the original.
Yeah, so there's a prequel, and from the prequel, there's a spin-off, and now they talk about an original series spin-off as well.
Interesting.
So new teaser this week, we got Slow Horses Season 5 from Apple TV Plus, and that teaser is out. For trailer, we got Love in the Big City. This is a Korean LGBTQ movie, premiere October 21st. A Complete Unknown. This is a Bob Dylan movie starring Timothy Chalamet. Movie will be out in theater December 25th. The other trailer is also out. It will be in movie theater December 6th. What's on right now in movie theater? We got Anora. It is a modern Cinderella movie. Mariah Carey will be on a podcast called Less Culturistics. This podcast is hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. On video on demand, we got Beetlejuice, Hellboy the Crooked Man, Look Into My Eyes, Alien, Romulus, and The Wild Robot. On Netflix, we got Lonely Planet, starring Lauren Dern, and Liam Hemsworth is out. Monster the Lion and Eric Menendez story. This is a documentary series. Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft is out on Netflix as well. A Sacrifice and Woman of the Hour with Anna Kendrick is also out. On Amazon Prime, we got Brothers. On HBO, we have Tuesday, Candle Lake, Maxi. Max is also out. It's a horror movie, and they said they shot in one single continuous take. This movie is on theater and is also on Shudder as well. And that's my newcomers corner for this week.
Wow, I'm excited for Max.
Next, we're gonna have gaming news, and Alex is gonna tell you everything about gaming, everything in this world. Stay tuned.
So, if you didn't know, 343 Industries has changed their name to Halo Studios. This is the developers that made Halo games. They have announced that there are multiple Halo titles in development. They're switching from the studio's proprietary Slipspace engine to Unreal Engine 5, and the team is actively hiring. That's some good news for Halo, right? We know a game that I was excited for that I know I can't play because I ain't got no console that can do that. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It is getting crazy reviews. It is getting crazy gameplay on YouTube. It is getting shorts on YouTube and TikToks on TikTok. It is booming everywhere. Now moving on from that because Jackie killed my vibe. So PC is finally getting the DLC for Red Dead Redemption, The Undead Nightmare. Look forward to that on 29th October. And sad news, Little Big Planet 3 for the PS4 and its DLC will be removed from PlayStation Network on October 31st. Anyone who owns the game DLC before delisting will be able to access their purchased game content after removal. So if you did have it, if you already purchased it, if you actually own the game, you can still play it. It's not like when they remove something from Steam where you only own the license to play that game, you don't actually own the game. Okay, Nintendo is performing playtests for their online Nintendo Switch program. Nintendo has announced that it's taking applications for thousands of participants to test out the new feature coming to the Nintendo Switch Online, but no one knows what that is. Nintendo asked players to please not talk about the mystery Switch Online playtest when it goes live, and we all know how that's going to go down, according to IGN.
So what happened is on that day that because of the application is already out. So for the requirement, well, first of all, this test is only for people outside of Japan. And the second of all is you need to have the premium Nintendo membership to enter this test features they have. So on that day when they push out this application out, the application had been gone out within like minutes. Yeah, it was very, very fast happening. And because of I don't have the membership, I didn't apply for it. It didn't let me to do it. So yeah, that's the fun of that day.
Oh, I didn't know you need like the ultimate membership version or whatever.
Yeah, they said it when you try to apply it, they actually put that in that page. That's the requirement.
Interesting. Continuing off with some Nintendo news. So Game Freak had a huge leak or hacks. Some shenanigans went down, and so over 2,600 employees' information that includes their emails, personal details, that was all leaked. Yeah, Game Freak has announced a sincere apology for the inconvenience and concern caused to all involved. There was leaked personal data, personal information regarding their employees. These items include their names, company email addresses. They are contacting the affected employees individually. For those who cannot be contacted individually due to resignation or other reasons, they will notify them through this announcement, which was on NintendoLive.com, and set up a contact point to respond to inquiries regarding the matter. Measures to prevent this happening again. They've already rebuilt and inspected the server and will strive to prevent recurrence by further strengthening and security measures. So clearly someone got in, someone from the inside, in my opinion. It's always an inside job.
Next, we're gonna talk about something interesting happened this week. Quite a big news for this week if you're into tech, that kind of things. You know, Elon Musk kind of famous for, beside the obvious political point, but he's famous for his invention. So Elon Musk hosts a Hollywood events to unveil Tesla innovative product. On October 10th, Elon Musk held a Hollywood event to showcase some of the Tesla groundbreaking new products. So there's three products I want to talk about. He introduced Robotaxi, Robovan, and Optimus robots. So I'm going to tell you each what are those things is about. For the robot taxi, this futuristic autonomous car is a self-driving vehicle without a steering wheel or pedals or rear windows. These doors also open upward and it provides enough space for two passengers. It can even be charged wirelessly. Elon Musk also explained that this vehicle doesn't rely on high definition maps to power its full self driving driver assist feature. According to Elon Musk, the robot taxi is expected to be 10 to 20 times safer than human driven vehicle. He also mentioned that it would cost as little as 20 cents per mile compared to $1 per mile for city buses. So once you get in, you put on your seatbelt and the door closes automatically. You then use the touchscreen to choose your destination and the car will drive itself. During the ride, you can use the front screen to watch a movie, TV show, or anything else you like. On your way to the destination, you can also watch it on the screen as well. Tesla expect to begin production of this robotaxi by 2026 or as late as 2027. So basically, this is an automatic driving car as a taxi, two people sit. The design is okay for me. I don't think it's ugly or anything.
It looks like it comes out of a toy box. I don't know if that's good or bad. If it works, great. Or self-driving taxis like a thing in America. I've never been to America. I don't know what y'all have there.
Well, it's not popular yet, but I heard that some pizza delivery is already using this kind of automatic self-driving car. There's also some Tesla self-driving features vehicle on the road already, right? For example, you park your car and then you go somewhere in the mall or something, and then you can press a button and the car drive himself to where you are in the parking lot. So you don't need to walk to your car.
Yeah, but you can still hold the steering wheel.
Yes, for safety, yes.
Exactly, it's for safety. The idea was we can't fully trust it yet. Like, can we now fully trust it? Like 100% no issue.
That's valid point. And I want to bring you the next one, which is the RoboVan. The RoboVan is an autonomous delivery truck, also without a steering wheel, pedals, or a driver. It can seat 20 passengers and be adapted for commercial or personal use, for school trips as an RV or as a cargo van. The cost of travel could drop to just 5 to 10 cents per mile. Inside the RoboVan features sleek white roomy seats illuminated by blue LED lights, casting a cool glow. The design is inspired by a futuristic Art Deco train. So this is similar to the Robotaxi. It's also self-driving, doesn't have a pedal, doesn't have a wheels. You can put 20 passengers. So it's more like a public transport. I think that's what they're going for. You can also use a personal use, but that's another thing. As you said, there's no steering wheel in the car. And at this point, I don't know how I feel about not having a steering wheel in the car because there's no safety control. I mean, some existing Tesla self-driving car features, they have issue with suddenly if you're driving on the road, suddenly would just like turn to the other lane or turn to somewhere not supposed to. So that's a safety issue for me. I don't know how reliable this robo-van or robo-taxi gonna be, but I'm not in that trust for those products yet. I think there's bigger issues we're gonna talk about after this one, which is the Optimus robot. So the Optimus robot is also a autonomous assistant and humanoid companion. Elon Musk claimed this robot could help mow your lawn, pick up groceries, water your plants, teach students, walk your dog, serve drinks, and even be your friend. Essentially, it can do whatever you need. Elon Musk suggests that around 80% of tasks and services could have positive outcomes with this robot. The Optimus robot is expected to cost between $20,000 to $30,000.
Holy, that replaces an employee completely.
Exactly. This is the point I want to get to. He said this Optimus robot could walk among humans on the street, so you can see them, you can just walk around like just a normal human, that kind of thing. But there's the issues for me is will this take over people's job?
See, I was thinking, and then I thought like, the humanless McDonald's somewhere in America? Like you don't see anyone, you go in the McDonald's, you use the machine, and then you get the stuff.
It's a good point that you bring up McDonald's. I don't know how's the rest of the world McDonald's they operated, but in Hong Kong, during lunchtime or before lunchtime, they employed elderly people to operate it in the restaurant. For example, in front of the cashier or somewhere else. You know, some company like to hire younger people. They don't want to hire elderly people, but Hong Kong McDonald's give them a chance to work in the society.
Mm,
Do you see my point? So yeah, you talk about the robot in the McDonald's could help on the service side, but the thing is, they eliminated those people who work as a service. It still impacted some people. You may see it may not be that important, but for some people, that's all they have, or that's what they can do. What I think is we need to draw a line somewhere regarding with this kind of robot.
mm.
The solution for me is there should be law restricted to what those AI or what this kind of robot can do in real life to protect humans' rights.
Okay, Jackie, hit me with the music zone. What you got for me?
The first news I want to bring you is Fred Durst, the frontman of Limp Bizkit, is suing Universal Music Group. On Tuesday, October 8th, Fred Durst filed a complaint in federal court in Los Angeles over missing royalties, potentially amounting to 200 million. Limp Bizkit has sold over 45 million records and generated more than 450 million streams, which is expected to exceed 793 million by the end of this year. According to Fred, Universal's Music Group informed him that they have not provided any royalty statement over the years. The music company claims they are not obligated to pay royalties to the band because their account is still far from recruitment. Allegedly, the management company told them that approximately 43 million have been spent, which must be recovered before the band can receive any royalties. Fred Durst's team discovered that the record company has made millions through profit sharing, yet Fred has received nothing. Upon logging into a Universal Music database, they find he has over 1 million in earnings waiting to be paid. Another news is Olivia Rodrigo donates all the profits from her concert ticket sales in the Philippines to a local charity. On October 5th, Olivia Rodrigo traveled to the Philippines for her Guest World Tour. She performed at the Philippines Arena in Manila, the largest arena in the world, which can hold 55,000 people, making it the largest crowd for her career. On her Instagram, she thanks fans for attending her first shows in the Philippines and announced that all net ticket sales from the concert would be donated to Japinigo, a non-profit organization that provides access to reproductive health care as well as HIV/AIDS and infectious disease prevention, education, and more. So that's a pretty good profit go to the local charity, which is good for Olivia. Wicked announced the release date for its soundtrack, which is a really big movie that I'm looking for in the whole year, basically. The movie edition of Wicked is coming to theater very soon. Wicked is one of Broadway's most popular modern days classics, and they have officially announced that the soundtrack will be released alongside the movie's box office debut on November 22nd. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo star in the movie, so we can expect to hear plenty of songs from them. Ariana Grande played Glinda, while Cynthia takes on the role of Alphaba. We have the checklist for part 1 of Wicked movie soundtrack. They have No One Wants the Wicked, Dear OGs, The Wizard and I, What Is This Feeling, Something Bad, Dancing Through Life, Popular, I'm Not That Girl, One Short Day, A Sentimental Man, and Defining Gravity. The Wicked movie will have 2 parts, with the second installment scheduled for November 2025. Part 1 of the soundtrack will be available on CD, double vinyl, double picture disc, and digitally. Target and Barnes & Nobles will also offer exclusive edition of the vinyl as well as the alternative cover art. I hope I can get the exclusive additional vinyl so I can keep it because I really liked it and I love the Broadway show, so I would definitely watch this movie in theater. New music out this week, we got Sympathy is a Knife remixed by Charlie XCX and Ariana Grande, Mantra by Jennie, Super Tuna 2 by Jin from BTS, Love You More by Earth Gang and T-Pain, Push 2 Starts by Tyler, I Never Love You by Halsey, Move remix by Adam Pott and Camila Cabello. New album, we got Glorious by Gorilla, Bread and It's Completely Different but Also Still Bread by Charlie's XCX, Taylor by Taylor, Back to Bedlam 20th Anniversary by James Blunt, Encountress by Becky G, Beautifully Broken by Jelly Roll, and that's my music news for this week.
That was amazing.
Thank you. And next we're gonna talk about rapid fire and tell you what's on sale.
Okay, rapid fire me, Jackie.
Okay, rapid fire. So we're gonna tell you what's on sale. Gamblet, they have Ultrons for Steam is $12.54. After added to cart, you get 15% off. Fanatical, we have Cast Gems Comic Bundle by Dark Horse on Fanatical. They have $1, $8.99, and $15 tiers. They have Mask, Dark Matter, Captain Midnight, and so on. Also from Fanatical, we have Robot Cop, Road City. You can get this incredible game at a 63% discount for $20.99. Green Man Gaming, we have Power Wash Simulator Strat Special Pack DLC for Steam is $6.79. They also have Themes Hospital is $1.49. From Steam itself, Forgotten Realms, The Archives Collection 1 is $4.99 or 39 Rand 50 cents. From PlayStation, we have Persona 5 Royal for PS5 is $20.99. From Nintendo eShop, we have AI The Sonium Files for $5.99 in US eShop. And then we have AI The Sonium Files Nirvana Initiative $7.99 in US eShop as well. Elect Head is $5.99 on US eShop. Others discount, we have Dragon Ball Super, the complete series limited edition steelbox in Blu-ray set is $119.99 at Crunchyroll store. Just Dance 2024 edition Amazon exclusive bundle for Xbox is $4.99 on Amazon. Bitmap Bureau collection for Switch is $40.44 on Amazon. Lego Ideas typewriter on sale on Amazon for $199.99 and original price is $249.99. You can also pre-order Deadpool and Wolverine 4K Ultra HD and get 40% off right now for $29.99 on Amazon.
And now heading over to the free section, Castle Break is free to own on Steam. Then on Epic Games, this week's two free games is Horror of the Outliver Tribulation and The Grandeur of Emporium Galactic Survival, two very different survival games. And then from Prime Gaming, October's free titles are Hive Jump 2 Survivors, Scarf, Tomb Raider Legend, The Eternal Cylinder, Spirit of the North, No Straight Roads, BioShock Remastered, Doom Eternal, Dread Out 2, Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed Ecto Edition, Free Simulator Vampire Show, The Gap, Mystery Box Hidden Secrets, Vlad Circus Descent into Madness, Through the Darkest of Times, Killing Floor 2, and Zombies Ate My Neighbors The Ghoul Patrol. In terms of DLCs and subscriptions, first look at Bully the Puppet riding his tricycle in Fortnite. First look at Sally and Pumpkin King for Nightmare Before Christmas in Fortnite. And releasing later this week, or by the time this podcast comes out, on PlayStation Plus's extra lineup for October, there's Dead Island 2, 2 Point Campus, The Dark Pictures Anthology, The Devil in Me, Grizz, Return to Monkey Island, whoop whoop, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, Firefighting Simulator The Squad, Overpass 2, Tour de France 2023, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. For PlayStation Plus Premium, there's also The Lost Clockwinder, PSVR 2, Dino Crisis, which is a PS1 game, Siren, which is a PS2 game, and R-Type Dimensions EX, which was a PS4 game. What are your final thoughts, Jackie?
My final thought is Alice always do a countdown before we do a recording, and I still don't know who is he counting down for. And remember, don't show your true color on your first date. Just wait until the second date.
That is an absolute lie. I have never counted down ever. It's a thing. I don't know where he could possibly have gotten that from. Anyway,
I literally have a recording for it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe we'll start a Patreon and then we can put an unedited version where we sound horrible.
And your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are just, as always, thank you to anyone and everyone who has listened this far or even 5 minutes of this podcast. I truly appreciate anything.
And remember, if you want to contact us, you can contact us through X or Twitter by at WTWC podcast. And yeah, you can welcome to send us a message saying what you think about the show and anything else. And other than that, see you next week. Goodbye.
Every time's gonna make me what you want. Good and times gonna make me what. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Oh. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Good and times gonna make me what. Every time's gonna make me what you wanna. Oh.